A man who protects his peace is way more dangerous than a man who protects his ego. See, when you protect your ego, you have to react to everything. Every slight, every comment, every perceived disrespect. You're constantly at war with people who don't even matter. Just to prove a point nobody cares about. You think you look strong. You actually look easily controlled. Anybody can pull your strings just by challenging your pride. But a man who protects his peace, he's dangerous. He doesn't need to prove anything to anyone. He can sit in a room full of disrespect and not say a word because his identity isn't tied to their opinion. He knows that engaging with the fool will only prove that it's two of them instead of one. He's not ignoring the disrespect because he's scared. He's ignoring it because you're not worth the energy it takes to destroy you. The most dangerous man isn't the one looking for a fight. It's the one who can end it and chose to go home instead. Ego protection is expensive, bro. It costs you relationships, opportunities, and years of your life defending something that was never worth defending. Peace protects compounds. Every time you choose it over the reaction, you're building something no one can take from you. Let them have the last word. You keep the peace. That's a better deal.
In case you didn't know, if you don't find the love of your life during school,
you're gonna be single for the rest of your life.
Because after school, finding someone is almost impossible. You're probably like, oh, I'm a coworker. Dude, if you guys break up, you're still gonna see each other every day on Monday at 8 a.m. sharp. But wait, you're probably like, oh, I'm gonna go on Hinge and find it there. Yeah, I'm sure the love of your life is waiting for you on Hinge for a serious, committed relationship. But you're probably gonna take only 3 days to swipe the entire 15-mile radius and run out of potential partners anyway. Oh, Jason, what about the gym? Yeah, you should go ask someone out at the gym and make their entire workout awkward, and every time you see them, it has to be super weird. Let's do that. That's a good idea. Oh, Jason, what about the bar? Yeah, I'm sure the love of your life is going out at the bars for a committed relationship and not just using you for free drinks, and you're definitely the first person to go ask them out. I promise. But Jason, you forgot about raves. Yeah, silly me. I'm sure you're gonna find the love of your life at a rave. I'm sure she's not on 20 different substances and you're not her 8th rave bae, just this song alone. Bro, give it up. Because everyone takes for granted how easy it is to date in school. You're surrounded by people the same age as you, same interests, all in the same place. Like, it's so free. And if you have one bad thing with one person, that's okay. There's like 50 other potential matches down the hallway. So this is your sign to find someone to date during school. And if you're already out of school, let me know how it's going.
How tall are you?
Probably like 5'3", 5'4".
Does your height really play a factor in your dating life?
I don't think so, no. I feel like when it comes to dating, I try to make it a conversation, you know what I mean? It's all about that personality, you feel me? All about that charisma, you know? You gotta work with what you have, don't be obsessing about it, you know? You give off that kind of energy to people, people are just gonna give it back to you.
So when you hear a chick say, yo, if he's not at least 6 feet, then I'm not even looking this way, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling the same way. I ain't even gonna look at you feel me? She gotta put that energy with the man she wants to be with, you feel me?
Just because you're short up here doesn't mean you're short down there, right?
Oh, of course not, no. She said she's looking for 6 inches, bro. Hey, 6 inches from the ground up, you feel me? Don't let the short energy rule your life, my friends. For all the short kings out there, I believe in you, believe in yourself, bro, and you'll go somewhere.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want a woman like me. I am successful, I'm rich, I can fight.
Let me go ahead and save you the time and energy, sis. They don't care. The men do not care that you can protect and provide for them. What? These are not qualities that men look for in women. And that's the issue. We are looking for men. And so we start listing off qualities that men have, thinking that those qualities are going to be attractive to other men. That doesn't make any sense. You can protect and provide for them? What man cares about that? What man is looking for a wife that can protect and provide for them? Unless they're looking for a wife that they can just leech off of. That would be the only reason, because outside of that, that doesn't make any sense. As girlies, we do this a lot. We brag about these things that we think men care about. We're like, I have so many degrees. I have so much money. I have all of these things. They don't care about that stuff. Remember that Cristiano Ronaldo's wife was a waitress before they met. A waitress. We need to start bragging about the things that men actually care about. If you actually want a partner, which is what she's saying, she doesn't understand why she's single. If you actually want a partner, start bragging about the things that men care about. I mean, I guess you're going to try and find some very niche man that just loves him a masculine woman. I assume those men are out there, but they're not the majority, and it's going to take quite a lot of time. Or you can just think about the feminine qualities that they already like and try and do those. Options.
The lack of accountability in women today is astonishing. And I don't mean a little bit, I mean it's an epidemic. Women make choices every single day, and instead of owning them, they play the victim card, then expect everyone else to feel sorry for them. Take the drunk at a bar scenario. She walks in, orders the drinks, flirts with the guy, goes home with him, gets into his bed, and the next morning she's suddenly confused, saying she felt taken advantage of. No, she knew exactly what she was doing step by step. Nobody forced her to walk into that bar. Nobody forced her to keep drinking. Nobody forced her to leave with the guy. She didn't get ambushed. She made some choices. And now that she regrets those choices, she wants sympathy. That's not accountability. That's rewriting the story so she doesn't look bad. And here's another one. Women who sell themselves for money. OnlyFans, Sugar Baby, whatever it is. They say, I had no choice. I went through trauma. Guess what? We all have trauma. Some people turn their pain into purpose. Others use it as an excuse. I don't get it. You're still choosing that life. And when the consequences finally hit, don't expect the world to throw you a pity party, because accountability is a line between being a victim and being powerful. Every time you blame men, trauma, alcohol, you're giving your power away. You're saying that you're not in control. So if you're not in control, then who is? No, I do not feel sorry for women who live recklessly and then cry about the fallout. Life is brutal for everybody. The difference is, are you strong enough to face the mirror and own your own choices, or weak enough to expect the world to excuse them?
A girl will start something, be wrong, and they get mad because you proved that she was wrong instead of apologizing and taking accountability. Accountability is your biggest nightmare. You can only prove to a girl, no, you're wrong. You start something for no reason. And just because you're wrong, you're mad at yourself for being wrong, so you gotta take it out on him and keep the attitude going and be mad at him for the rest of the day. Because you were caught, like you're wrong. I don't know why y'all wired like that.
Niggas hate getting caught though.
I believe in the judicial system in the United States. Innocent until proven guilty.
Niggas who gaslight, no, I don't know her, I don't text her. I didn't follow a girl until there's proof you talking to the bitch.
And then girls would be like this, I don't talk to that nigga, I don't want nothing to do with that nigga. And whole time they want everything to do with this nigga, and they talk to this nigga, and they've done things with this nigga.
Same with guys.
Like
Same
girls,
with guys.
you'll tell it.
Yeah, get your hands up.
I just opposite. Hold on,
Yeah, go with what you see out there.
You'll tell a girl, this makes me uncomfortable. Unfollow a nigga. And a girl will sit right there and then not want to unfollow the nigga to not see me. Whole time, what you want to do is put the nigga in the back pocket. So just in case it don't work with you, y'all throw out fishing lines. You'll post a selfie to see who like it. Or see who's with you. See who'll still slide up knowing you got a nigga. Alright, I still got him. And then when you and your mans go through it and y'all fall out with this and the third, and as soon as the same nigga slide up, then you going on dates with this nigga and then you back talking to this nigga once again. Tell me one homegirl you don't know on your phone right now keep niggas around for no reason. Just because they fall out with their man, then they have a plan B through Z. I don't know what to say.
And
But no offense, you've never been productive.
I've been
What's the longest job you've ever had?
a year and 3 months.
Yeah.
Was end of life care for an elderly man with dementia.
Why do you always have to go? See, this is what she does. She always has to go into the conversation with bringing up something sad to shut it down. You see how this works?
I mean,
it's not good. It is not a healthy way to live or to have conversations. But I hope you recognize this.
But like all this stuff has happened and it does have an effect on her.
I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's the way that every conversation is with her. You bring up a valid point, then she has to bring in something where it gets sad. And if you then push on that valid point again, you all of a sudden look bad because, oh no, something sad happened. Cause you can't be a and push back against someone where something sad has happened. Cause then you look like a piece of shit. And it's a tactic people like her use to get out of any valid criticism.
I just don't think she's doing it on purpose to try and
No,
avoid.
it's in her fucking DNA. This is how she lives. This is how she's gotten past any criticism in her life.
I just got my reminder voicemail for my appointment today.
Hi, Mrs. Sloan. This is Danielle calling from Emery & Associates. Just calling to remind you of your appointment today at 2:30. Also, please remember to bring the paperwork for your children so we can figure out exactly what the child support payments are going to be once we get all this paperwork signed and filed and notarized. So if you have any questions, please give us a call back. Drive safely because the weather is getting bad, but we want to keep this appointment at 2:30 today for you so that way we can get the ball rolling. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
So today's the day. At 2:30 my time, I am meeting with my attorney. Derek will be there. And we are getting ready to sign the official paperwork to file divorce. It's a little emotional. So stick with me.
Come here, let me tell you a secret. She's practically begging you to approach her. But if you're like 99% of men, you're completely blind to the signs that she's trying to give you. Signs like the double take, where she looks at you, looks away, then looks back at you again. Or the hair touching habit, where she just can't help but play with her hair when she looks at you. Or the orbiting, where she just keeps ending up where you are no matter how many times you move around. So stop being the guy who misses every green light. If you never want to miss the signs that women give you ever again, comment signs below and I'll send you a guide to your inbox that will help you do just that.
I think there's a lot of men out here that are finally choosing to avoid all of the nonsense and avoid all of the drama. And you know it's getting to a lot of these modern women because they'll sit up and say, well, what's going on with the guys? Why are they not responding to my text message anymore? I don't really see the guys in my DMs like I used to. Some of these ladies out here had, the man of their dreams on the hook. They had the man in the DMs. I'm looking for a man that's 6 foot tall, 6-pack, 6 figures. Had the man of their dreams in their DMs. This man is yearning for you. This man actually wants you. We're not talking about a Chad and Tyrone. We're talking about the man that you look. This y'all call him a unicorn. It never happens. This is the man that you're looking for. The man is chasing after you. Hey, when are you gonna let me take you out? When are we gonna do something? And I'll send a car. Anything that the woman wants. But for some reason, women's brains are warped. These modern women are thinking, oh, I got all the time in the world. I'm only 21. I got all the time in the world. I'm only 25. I got all the time in the world. I'm only 29. I got all the time in the world. I'm only 33. And then it gets to 30. Nah, I'm 34. But I'm 34 and a half. Then I'm 35. Oh man, boom, I'm 38. 38. Still no prospects. What am I going to do? It seems like men don't want to pay attention to me.
The left is in full crisis mode, trying to figure out how to reattract young men. Good luck with that. And the strategy is built around getting men to be more pro and more pro and more pro BLM. According to this, the face of masculinity for the Democrat Party, apparently.
I spend a lot of time on college campuses. I love young men. I love frat guys. And in that, I realized, even the ones that identify as conservative are almost always pro-choice. They're almost always pro-gay marriage. You'd be surprised at the number of them who supported Black Lives Matter. And so I feel like people just kind of lump them into this box when the truth is, again, a lot of them are with us on the issues. They're just not part of our coalition because they feel like they're not welcomed in it.
Whoever is out there listening, I beg of you, truly, I beg of you, keep doing more of this. You'd think eventually these people would just wake up one day and realize that the more they push, the further away young people are getting from this completely alternate reality they're living in. But here we are.
In a video on here, and they said, no man will give you more advice than a man who want to make you his wife. I agree 100%. Because when you messing with a man that want to be with you for the rest of his life, for the most part, he gonna try to teach you everything he know. If he feel like it's something you lacking in, he gonna try to teach you everything you know. He gonna try to give you all the game that somebody has ever given to him, everything he's ever learned or been a sponge to. He gonna try to make sure that you on a straight path, that you know everything going on around you, that you know, keep bullshit people from around you. That man gonna want the best for you. That man gonna try to give you every piece of knowledge that God has given him to you. And sometimes it could be overwhelming because you'll feel like, oh, he's coming at me like a dad, or, oh, it's not that, he just loves you. And he wants you to know everything he know. He wants you to learn everything he's learned. He wants you to be everything you can be because he sees you on a higher level than you've ever seen yourself in your life. Like, share, comment, repost, and hit that follow button.
Everybody be talking about how healers need protectors, but they don't tell you what the protector is supposed to look like. Boring. A very boring man. Yep, that man that just want to come home and play the game. That man that just go to work and come back home. That man that don't want much. Now, let's not get boring and lazy mixed up. This man is still going to be romantic. He's still going to court you. He's still going to love on you. Still going to take you one day. Still going to get you your flowers. But he don't care to be out and about. He don't care to be all in the streets and in everybody's face. He don't care to be at the club or out with his homeboys. That's a big one. That's a big one. This man is probably a homebody who likes to just be at home, play the game, or watch the games. But his family is literally the center of his world. That's all he want to do, is take care of his family and be with his family. A boring man grounds you. A boring man is going to keep you calm. Boring means stable. Boring means secure. Boring is comfortable and your nervous system is regulated. Boring means safe. So to be with a protector is to be with a boring, safe man.
Yo, some women get on my nerve. Like, they're over here turning 40, telling me that, oh, I can't find a good man. I can't find a good man. And then they talk to someone and they just stop talking to them. And I'm like, well, what the happened? Oh, well, I asked him what he was doing and he told me he was eating chicken wings. Okay, and that was it. He was eating chicken wings. You stopped talking to him because he was eating chicken wings? No, he should have like ate something healthier. Like, I want my guy to eat something healthy. The guy wants chicken wings. You just stop talking to a guy for eating chicken wings. That's why you 40 and single. Like, what do you mean? They ain't good guys. He's not a good guy because he eats chicken wings? Get the fuck out of here.
This is a quick question. Like really important question. So, what's going on with these men today? Why is it that I am a very small, petite woman and I go to the grocery store and men walk past and see me picking up 40 packs of water and slinging them into my buggy? Not one, maybe two, maybe three. No help. But I'm putting them in there. Or I'm getting potting soil, 25 pounds. Maybe somebody, that walked by might help. Just nice. Or, maybe open the door for a lady. But it seems to be nowadays, I'm holding the door open for dudes. And I'm lifting my own heavy stuff. Like, I'm cool doing that. Like, I can do it. But clearly, if you walk by and you look, please help. I mean, you can tell I'm little. But, if not, then just don't look. Or if you think I'm a unicorn or a zoo animal because of how I do look, then why don't you just stop and ask me for a picture and just keep about your business? So, just kind of curious. Can anybody help me? Just wondering, what's going on with the world today? Why are women carrying umbrellas for men? Why are men carrying purses? Whatever you want to call them. Just curious. Is there anything out there anymore? Like, this is why I'm single. And this is why I'm mouthy. Because, yeah. So, anyway, just curious about your thoughts. Anybody? Hey, have a good day.
Men don't have rights. I think that men are just inferior to women. I think no matter what, a powerful man will simp to a woman. Therefore, a woman in every circumstance in life is superior to a man. Any man, if you make more money than me, if you're stronger than me and you're taller than me, you'll still simp for me every single time. So I'm still superior.
She is so full of herself beyond recognition. So completely full of herself that inflated ego at some point is going to become a problem for her. And guys ultimately who simp in the beginning, who don't marry her, right? Guys who are just dating her, ultimately, if they have any sense of self-worth at all, will get tired of this attitude, right? The ego will ultimately catch up.
Men always regret losing a good woman because once she's gone, their life crumbles. They soon realize it was her love and spiritual protection that was keeping it together. At first, they're relieved because they know you're sad. They expect you to beg and cry whilst they're chasing temporary gratification, but it destroys them later down the line because they lost the spiritual shield that you provided. You prayed for them, you believed in them, you spoke life into their dreams when no one else did. A relationship with a good woman is a gift from God, and when a man fails to appreciate it, it's as if he's rejecting God's blessing. So God makes him experience all the consequences, especially if he hurt you. His life becomes chaotic, unstable, and nothing can fill the void.
Once time passes and the grief finally catches up to them, they soon realize just how much you sacrificed, how much you endured, how much your prayers added to their life that they didn't even acknowledge. You were so patient, so forgiving, and that's usually the time that they come back. But by that time, you're thriving, you know your worth, and you've elevated your life to the point of no return because you understand the pain of being unappreciated outweighs the pain of change. God removed him from your life to protect you from further harm, and that relationship did not align with the plans that God had for you because you are destined for more. You no longer waste any of your prayers on him. Instead, you pray for yourself, and if you are truly a good woman, then the blessings flow to you at such a miraculous rate because you've liberated all this energy that you just exhausted on him. God does not curse a man that loses a good woman, but he allows them to feel the full weight of your absence. Your departure can be a massive wake-up call for them, prompting them to change, to take accountability, and to actually grow. They realize your importance and they come back to you as a better version of themselves, so that the second time around, the relationship can actually flourish.
And that's how we're gonna stick it to the men.
Thing I didn't really anticipate in my life being single is that the more successful you get, the more single kind of hurts. You would think it would be the opposite. I don't know if I want to admit this on camera, but maybe somebody else is feeling like this and maybe they need to hear it. Okay. I am a very independent person. I pride myself on I can do anything alone. You've seen me talk about it on here. But I'm at a point in my life right now where I am arguably the most successful I've ever been personally. I own my own home. I'm in my dream show in Las Vegas, about to start a top secret new project that is the first of its kind. Been doing commercials left and right.
The men won. They won.
Ladies, I know some of y'all just can't wrap your mind around that feminism is the reason for your burn.
This might piss some people off, but I just want to take a moment and say, thank goodness that so many of us are waking up to the fact that modern day feminism is a literal scam.
I'm trying to wrap my head around how us women were really brainwashed to believe that we were sticking it to the patriarchy by showing off all of our skin and making ourselves super available for where we're gonna have to do if we feel like it. No commitment needed. You don't have to do anything for us. We're just gonna do it. And that's how we're gonna stick it to the men. The men won. They won. Because we tried to stick it to them and tell them and show them how powerful we are and whatever by making ourselves more accessible to them and giving ourselves away freely to them. What level of brainwashing did we go through? They won. They won.
You know, and modern women, they get up on here and they talk a bunch of foolishness. It's a bunch of trash. I think there was one woman talking about, oh man, I'm a gift from God, and when you do this, you're literally destroying the blessings of God. You'll notice these modern women put themselves up in the position of a god, of a deity, I am a goddess. So all of the things that I'm talking to you about, all of the info that I'm giving you, all of the quote unquote support in the way of nagging, in the way of being bothersome, in the way of being worrisome, that's a gift from God. You should hone it. You should be able to wrangle it and use it for your development, because I'm only trying to help you. You can help me another way other than trying to demean me and degrade me all the time. Other than saying that the stuff that I do around the house isn't good enough. Other than saying I'm not an alpha. There are men at your job that do a better job than me. If I wouldn't marry to you, I'd go marry Jeremy or whoever it is at your job that she like, oh, my work husband. No, absolutely not. You're not a blessing. You're a curse. You're a curse sent by the devil. Call yourself what you are.
I need a psychologist to come on here and connect the dots for me, because I feel like I have dots right now and I just need you to connect them. I mean that a lot of women are like, oh my God, the Wuthering Heights trailer, this Dracula movie that's come out with Caleb Landry Jones. I need a man that yearns, all this stuff. And this is where I need you to connect the dot. And the way that the dating world looks now, I know that there is something. There is something in there that, you can connect them to, why women so badly want those movies right now and the state of the dating world right now. I don't professional. I would like someone to step in. Please make your video or add your comment.
A big theme that I'm seeing is, especially in the younger generation of men, feeling that isolation is their best answer to not even just social interaction, but like goals in life. Like, I want to go live in the woods by myself with a tractor, you know, like no one else. And they're reading that book of the guy who did that and like that and was completely unhappy and left like journals and everything like this. And I don't know if it's a trend, but I do see that hyper individualistic, and then the conclusion they find is isolation. And that prohibits, like, it comes from that awkwardness and different things, but it prohibits them finding any codependency that's healthy, any relationship that's healthy, any enfolding of themselves interacting with life that is healthy.
Because here's the problem. Here's the problem with modern marriage from a man's perspective, as far as I'm concerned. Most of the marriages I know, okay, the man provides financially. He protects, right? He, you know, he's also there to be part of the family dynamic, taking care of kids, doing the things that he can do. What does the woman bring? She brings love, affection, a little bit of sweetness at the end of the day, you know, sex. She brings, you know, taking care of kids. Okay. If you get divorced, every single thing on that side of the man equation, he can be compelled to do by the power of the state, and if he fails to do it, they can put him in jail. Nothing on that other side, the female side, is enforceable at law.
A woman recently asked me, do men really struggle to be heard, Stand-Up? Do they? Let's talk about what happens when men aren't heard. During a separation, a man's risk of losing his life of his own hand is 5 times higher than his peers. When a divorce is final, that risk jumps to 9 times higher. We tell men to man up while we take their homes, their money, and their children. Then we wonder why they feel oppressed in a courtroom. Society built a safety net for everyone else, but for the father in a high conflict battle, there's only silence. So yes, they struggle to be heard. And the cost of that silence isn't just a bad day. For many of my brothers, it's the final day. So stop asking if we're heard and start listening.
Don't sleep around casually. Well, why not? It's like, why can't it just be casual and fun? It's like, well, it's too, you can't divorce it from the rest of life. Like, let's say you try to divorce your conduct from your emotional life. Well, okay, if you do that 500 times, what sort of person are you?
It's a vice, like anything else.
Yeah, well, it starts to violate the reciprocity arrangement with other people. It's like, well, we could just use each other for pleasure. It's like, well,
you lose something,
you lose. Yeah, you bet you lose something.
Man.
Yeah, and the more you practice doing that, the more you'll lose it. It's not a good thing.
This video is for everyone who has ever said they were going to switch to women because men. Let me tell you about the weekend I just had, okay? Let me set the scene. I've been talking to this girl for about a week, not long. She drives 10 hours to come see me, okay? Before she gets here, she's telling me she is like, she loves doing acts of service for her woman. And I'm like, that's great because that's how I feel cared for. Like, that's help make my life easier, please. All right. So she's like, coffee, breakfast in bed. I'm taking the trash out. I'm like, come see me, like, come over. Okay. So she gets here. Mind you, she just left a couple of hours ago. She spent the last 3 days here in my house. And I made coffee for this woman every single morning. And so this morning, I'm like, let me test it a little bit. I'm just going to see if she even offers. I'm like, man, some coffee sounds really good. You know what she said to me? Yeah, you make really good coffee. Your coffee's really good. Like, I know. I've been making it for myself for the past several years. I thought you were going to help me. No. And so, mind you, she had been up for like 30 minutes to an hour before me. Like, she was drinking a Monster. She was already like her hat on, ready, like reading in bed, waiting for me. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, I'm gonna take trash out. It's full, whatever. She's at this point sitting on the couch reading, and I'm like walking past her, about to go walk my dog, and I'm taking the trash out. Did not offer once, and I'm like, okay, it's really not matching. Words and actions just not aligning. Okay, and so then I come back in, and she wants to talk to me about her stupid book she's reading about Carl Dungeon, some princess donut cat, the end of the world, and it's a video game. If you don't get out of my mother's house, and not only that, but I had to sit here and really act interested all weekend. I spent 4 hours at a bar watching a football game. The Bills. I had to listen to her talk about Magic the Gathering all weekend. I had to open up. She spent $250 on sports cards. And I opened one pack. And she's like, do you want to open one pack? I'm like, oh yeah, sure. I don't really give a but I'll do it. And then the whole time I did it, she was like hovering over my shoulder like, okay, but don't get your fingerprints on it. You have to open it this way and only touch on this way. I'm like, I don't even want to open the cards. I don't even care. And then if all of that wasn't enough, we argued the very first night that she got here. Full blown argument, silent treatment on the way back. And it was so bad. Every single time she asked me how I felt about something and I told her, I ended up apologizing because apparently she took everything I said as criticism, made herself the victim in every situation. And apparently I'm having to apologize for how I make her feel. Please just stay where you're at. I don't know. It's terrible on both sides.
The men out there also need to realize that when you're going out to meet a single mother and their kids are young, like, you got to realize all the things that she has to do to be able to go out.
Oh my God. Yes.
Like, I'm paying a babysitter so I can go out with you.
And that's exactly why you want to avoid dating single moms. Speaking from past experience here, if you're dating a single mom, it's like volunteering to clean up a huge mess that you had no part in making. Most of the time, they're not looking for a relationship. They're looking for a sponsor, someone to dump all their problems on so they don't have to bear the weight of the consequences of their bad decisions.
If my man doesn't like it, I'm not doing it. I just saw this girl post about this and it was so true. I used to be in situationships and relationships where I would never listen to them because I'm like, a man doesn't control me, and they would never listen to me because they're like, a woman doesn't control me. What we were missing for one another was respect. It's respectful to care about your partner's feelings and to put it above anyone else. The reason I'm saying put your partner's feelings and thoughts above anyone else is because when you're dating, you're more than likely trying to find the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Now, if you're going to spend the rest of your life with this person and they're going to be by your deathbed at 95 years old, who should come before that? Probably no one, right? That's your ride or that's your best friend. You should want to make them feel so comfortable. Now, this goes without saying, it should definitely be reciprocated and it should be a healthy relationship. You shouldn't just give things up for anyone. But assuming you're in a healthy relationship and assuming he treats you the same way, the more you guys put each other's priorities at number one, the higher success rate you will have. And just the better relationship you're going to have as well. The society we live in nowadays makes you feel weak if you listen to your partner or put their feelings above yours. I just want to know, when did it become weak to respect someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with? What do you guys think?
A man who yearns is a man who earns. And you might be wondering why I sound like confused, and it's because that can make sense, like the idea of it, right? But the thing is, a lot of the times, these women, they want you to yearn literally because they want you to be obsessed with them to drive their own ego, because they want to be considered like a god or something like that, or they want to be considered pretty enough or intelligent enough or anything, or just good enough as a person to be yearned for, like thought about all of the time. See, the idea of yearning isn't necessarily a bad thing as long as it doesn't get to an obsession to the point where you're changing your own decisions every single day to like seek out this one person. That you can do whatever you want with your life, but dude, you need to focus on yourself, like in what you're doing. If you want to attract people, focus entirely on yourself. That's how you attract people. The same way that these women are when they say that they want someone to yearn for them, which they're not even really focusing on themselves. They're focusing on what somebody else should be doing for them, which is not the truth.
You know, this woman talking about, you know, respecting. Hey, I used to not listen to my man. Whenever he tell me something, I wouldn't even hear it. I don't care nothing about that. I'm not trying. I want to do what I want to do, right? And then when I grow older, when I start to understand, hey, this is a toxic mindset. This is unhealthy. Why am I doing this? This man is probably looking out for me. I need to be a little bit more appreciative. This man's trying to give me instruction to keep me out of danger. I need to start listening to that. Bingo. Bingo. And vice versa. Oh, she's trying to help me out. Oh, okay. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm going to listen to that. Right? Bingo. It's going to start. I mean, y'all going to have your arguments. You're going to have your differences, right? Because you agree to disagree. You're not going to agree on everything, right? But you start listening to the man, and the arguments are going to come down. because he not trying to get you to he not chasing after you to stop you from doing the wrong thing. Instead of y'all going forward, we marching forward. You go over to the right, he got to chase you down and pull you back to the straight. You go to the left, he got to chase you down, pull you back, get back on the straight. Oh, I want to go backwards and see it. He got to chase you down. And then you will ask him, after you done gone all of these other directions, why are we not at our destination yet? Because I've had to chase you down in every single direction, every which way. You keep on fighting against me. If you would have listened to me, we would have been there. That's what men everywhere are saying. If you just listen to what I'm telling you, we would have had more success. But modern women, they don't hear any of that because they think they know everything.
These moments of insecurity when I'm dating because I have 5 kids, you know?
I think someone's dating preference should be based on their actual production, not what they feel like they deserve. Few discretion advised.
And then when I start dating and getting on the app, I realize that my children actually aren't the problem. And that I shouldn't be insecure because I have children. Because honestly, I deserve so much better than what these dating apps have to offer. And I deserve so much better than the men that I'm surrounded by that I refuse.
Man, let me be the first to tell you, you are well within your right to refuse to date anybody. You don't have to have a partner. You could stay alone with your 5 kids. That is very true. My separation with what this woman is saying is that she said that she deserves it. How do you know you deserve it? What have you accomplished in your life to make you say, I deserve this? Because if that's the case, then everybody deserves who they think they should have. So those men that you deem to be not worth your time, what if they felt as if they deserved you? I'm sure you would say, well, don't give what you think or what you feel. I don't want you back. And for the record, ma'am, those insecurities exist because you know just as well as we do that 5 kids is a lot to deal with.
And like some men will be like, oh, like you should feel thankful that a guy looks in your direction because you have 5 kids. Your mom raised you wrong, and I would rather be alone with a goldfish than to settle for a man like you.
Ma'am, you are in fact lying. You are not willing to just settle with a goldfish and your 5 kids, because if you were, you would have done it already. The men that you deem to be valuable are not checking for you in any way, shape, or form, because if they were, you would not be making this video. Now, although I don't agree that you're lucky that a man even looked at you because you have 5 kids, I think everybody deserves some kind of love as long as you're a decent person that is prepared to be in a healthy, functioning relationship. The part where it typically gets shaky for us is when you start to say what you deserve instead of what you actually produce. And trying to ignore the fact that 5 kids is a lot to deal with. Let's be realistic here. When you were single with no kids, I'm sure you were not giving any man with 5 children a shot. I wonder why that is. You probably didn't even allow those type of men to breathe the same air as you, but now all of a sudden the rules are supposed to change because you got 5 kids now? It's not how this works.
Baby, no. I don't care. 5 kids and all. I don't care. I'm not settling. I refuse. I deserve a man in finance, 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes as well. You know what I mean?
You deserve a man in finance, 6'5", trust fund with blue eyes. Sweetheart, where the f*** did you find these standards? How do you acquire this after not being able to obtain that in the first place? The delusion on some of y'all just is so far out of reach. What? And to think that she said she deserves that. There'd be one question, man, one question only. Why didn't you just go get that man before you had your 5 kids? When did you realize that's what you deserved? How does one increase their dating standards after their dating market value decreases? Who the f*** is doing the math here? But you know what? In some of y'all, delusion logic would never exist. And I'm sure you're never going to listen to anything that I'm saying because I'm just a normal guy. Yeah, keep the change.
I don't know if I've really had an intimate relationship with a man in my entire life. I dated men of means. So I started flying by PJ and staying in, wonderful hotels and incredible suites and traveling the world. And I've literally had a guy, it wasn't even a first date. It literally was a first hang, spend $100,000 on me. I've had somebody else present me with like $150,000 necklace.
And they ain't giving that away for free, dog. It's just a high price. A high price. This is the narrative of what is perpetuated, especially on social media. This right here is poisoning women. This is going to ruin their future, where they're all going to end up looking like this, dog. Old, lonely, no man, no kids, have to rely on their community of women and have to cope and lie to themselves, saying how happy they are when they ain't fucking happy at all. as a woman, no moment of true intimacy? That's rough.
It just rings so hollow because then you'll see those same guys do that for other girls.
Boom, bruh, jackpot, dog.
It's just men's with means that's nothing to them, you know? So it's not intimacy. It's not even because they really like you. It's just very transactional.
So women are always coming into my DM just sounding emotional and crazy. And I always got to do a real video to put them in their place because the math don't be mathin'. So this woman came into my DM and she was like, yeah, you talk all this stuff about women, but men are nothing but cheaters. Why would a woman want to be faithful to these men, especially these black men? All they do is cheat. First of all, stop right there and let's look at the logic because, again, you're talking from a place of emotion. Who has more access to men or women? Women. Everybody knows that women have more access to than men. Women control, men control relationships. All right, let's stop there. Now that we have their logic, if women have more access to who's probably doing the most cheating? Women. What are we talking about? Y'all come on my platform and y'all DM me all this nonsense about men and talking about men. This is why we are where we are as modern women today, because we can never take accountability. We always want to point the finger. We never want to look in the mirror. It's women that's cheating more than men. All right, so I'm going to need y'all to change these narratives, okay?
So I'm just coming from a big box store. We had a delivery that was not correct. They shorted us some paving stones. We're doing a patio. I have that on my page with the progress of it. So they shorted us some stones, mainly because they were out of them. So I called them. They credited me the money, and they said you have to drive and go get them. Oh, great. Okay, so I drove out to another location, pretty far away, this morning. And I bought the stones. And then I actually bought some extra stones. So I bought a total of 14. So, because I think I'm going to do like another little platform area. So I bought like 4 extra stones. So I loaded them myself as guys were walking by. And then I drug them out to my car after I paid for them. And I loaded them into my car as men were walking by. And it just made me remember how 10 years ago, when I was still young and cute, but way stronger, that I would have 6 dudes trying to help me put a gallon of paint in my car. Meanwhile, here I am, an older, lady and trying to like wrestle in stones into my car with 0 help. Where are the gentlemen? Just asking.
We're heading to a world where we're going to have an awful lot of single people in their 40s, an awful lot. And the reality is, and I hate to be the bearer of bad news, is that's going to be fine for men because they can have babies until they drop.
Yeah, and they're going to go they're always going to go for younger women.
And they're going to go for younger women, and they'll have more money, and that'll be fine. And there'll be this sort of lost generation of women in the middle. And that's not going to be good. And the women in the comments are going to absolutely hate me for saying that. But I think it's a reality, and you need to wake up. Because if you don't wake up, it's going to get too late.
Stop matching energy with the woman. That's feminine behavior. A lot of men today think relationships are supposed to work like a debate where whoever gets the last word wins. So the moment that a woman raises her voice, gets emotional, or says something spicy, the guy jumps right in and starts doing the exact same thing back. Now you got 2 people yelling. 2 people trying to prove a point, 2 people reacting emotionally, and at that moment, there is no leader in the room. There's just chaos. A man leading a relationship doesn't mean he's louder, meaner, or trying to dominate every conversation. It means that he doesn't lose control of himself just because the moment gets emotional. Think about it like this. If the house catches on fire, right? It's a small little fire. The leader doesn't start screaming with everyone else. He just grabs water and puts the fire out. But a lot of men today see a small emotional moment and immediately turn it into a full-blown argument because their pride and ego gets involved. Now it's not about solving the problem anymore. It's about winning. And once the relationship turns into a competition, both people lose. When a woman gets emotional, half of the time, she's not even looking for you to fight back. She's trying to see if you're stable enough to handle the moment. And women, they got different cycles, right? Hormones, emotions. they're supposed to overreact and just be a woman. But when a man jumps in with the same energy, the respect starts to drop quietly, because now she's not looking at a leader, she's looking at another emotional participant. You can't lead the situation if you're reacting to it. You can't lead a situation being sassy. Calm men guide the room. Emotional men, they get dragged around by it.
Protect my peace has turned into the I don't want to feel anything uncomfortable. Anything that causes discomfort or hear something that you don't like, protect my peace. Normal family and relationship conflicts, protect my peace. Now, basic relationship tension gets called toxic and cutting people off gets called healing. And people are ending relationships because they don't want to feel the discomfort and have no accountability. And they'd rather avoid feeling anything. And that's not protecting your peace. It's using this therapy language to justify walking away from normal human conflict and staying stuck playing the victim who can't handle anything hard in life.
And really, I do agree with what the brother was saying. At some point in time, I think I was making the point a minute ago, men get so tired of chasing women around. A lot of men, even though it might be underdeveloped, a lot of men have an understanding. They maybe not a full understanding, but they have an idea of where they want to go. They have an idea of the stuff that they want to do, and they need somebody to talk to about it. I can talk to my friends, but my friends, if they're guys, they're doing their own thing. Like, we can come up together, we can do our thing together, we can get in a group. But society expects men to be able at some point in time to stand on their own 2 feet. So while we're doing this thing together and collaborating, that's going to work. But I also need to have my own thing, if that makes any sense. We can build these businesses and this life together, but then I also need to have on the side my own thing. And if I'm always focused on running behind you, or I want a man to chase me, I want a man to pursue. If I'm always focused on running behind you, I can't build my own thing because I'm already worried about what you got going on. All my money, all my time, all my focus, all my attention is on you. And that type of stuff is going to seep back into the business. And the boys are going to be like, man, you tripping. I don't know what you got going on, man. You used to be rocking it. You used to be rocking and rolling, man. But now you seem like the only thing that you think about is that girl. Man, we losing business, man. Oh, money ain't everything. It ain't about money, man. We got a business to run. The money that you're making from the business, she's benefiting from it. How are you going to take her out to dinner? You ain't got no money. You're always all up on her armpit. You need to be in here working. You need to be in here building out whatever you got going on. We didn't build the business. You need to be building something. You need to be focused on this, and this. And that's what a lot of men are starting to do. I heard you loud and clear. I'm going to start doing my thing and stop worrying so much. Don't mean I'm bitter. Don't mean I'm upset, but worrying so much about these modern women, especially the women that don't like me, especially the ones that keep on talking crazy. I got to get out here and got to get the bag for myself. Ain't nobody coming to save me.